And that goes back to what we talked about earlier. I always want to uplift black people.
Correct.
Always. I'm proud of your success. And I know people gonna hate on you. I know people gonna hate on me, and they're gonna be black. I said, but man, I love to see black people doing good.
I love to see us win.
I love it. But I was like, I'm old enough and I'm around enough to know there's gonna be some hate coming toward me, especially if they disagree with something I say.
Right. But I want you to win, but I don't want you to win more than me. Now I see if you win more than me, now I got to question your sexuality.
Yeah.
I got to question, how black are you? Because, bro, I'm like, come on, man. I mean, I criticize white quarterbacks. But if I criticize a black quarterback, man, see, I should have known old Buck Nancy Shannon. I know he gonna take care of the white. Come on, bro.
No, man. And number one, I've been watching for a long time, obviously. I never seen you try to get clickbait, ever.
No.
I said, yo, man, I take this responsibility because I do know, but I'm not gonna tell black people they right all the time.
No.
If you want that, I'm not your guy.
If you wrong,
you're wrong.
I gotta tell you you're wrong.
I said, yo, man, no. We can be wrong, but also on the other hand, when I see some happen to a black player of the community, I'm gonna step in.
Right.
I had it was interesting. There's a couple things happened recently that I talked to my mentors and friends about. One was O.J. Simpson, and one was Michael Porter Jr. And I said, I'm not sure how to handle this O.J. thing. They said, what do you think? I says, man, I don't have any respect for men who hit women, and I think he killed them 2 people. I says, what do you think he killed those people or not? I think he did. I said, but I have, and I've always said this, and I'm just saying this to you, I have no respect for men who hit women.
Okay.
And I don't want to bash the dude, because he got a family and he died. He got kids. And I said, you know what? I'm not even gonna mention it. And I didn't. Because I said, I don't want to just bash the dude, because I can't say anything positive. Yeah, was he a great jock? Yes. But when you go around beating women and like that, I got no respect for you.
Right.
And then the Michael Porter Jr. thing.
But the WNBA?
No, Michael Porter.
His brother.
Yeah,
His brother.
Both brothers.
Bro, yeah, one got a DUI and I think he killed somebody, right?
He did.
He killed somebody, and the other brother took the under on himself.
Yeah. And I feel his pain. I feel his parents' pain.
Yeah.
I feel that as a jock. Because in it,
And for the record, Nicole Simpson, they had a handyman. He was a handyman that was a known serial killer. So, if y'all want to go look that up, do as you please. But I'm just putting that out there.
and this is one thing, I look at sports, it's the greatest fraternity ever. I feel like everybody in the NFL, anybody in Major League Baseball, in the NHL hockey, I think they're part of my family. I like they know my experiences. And so I was saying, man, I really want to wish Michael Porter Jr., let him know that I'm thinking about him. I wish his family the best. And my friend says, yo, man, that lady did die. And I was like, you got a point there. Like, because if I said, hey, man, I wish you the best. I'm thinking about you. Because I know that it's got to be painful for his family with his brother and his other brother going to jail.
Yeah.
It's like,
Not as painful for that family that lost their loved one.
yes.
Right.
And I
Because
said,
he can go to jail and hug him.
I can see
He can
that.
go to his brother's home and hug him.
Yeah.
They can't go to the graveyard and
and
hug her.
I said, Chuck, shut up on both accounts.
Yeah.
So I always think about, because, you know, it always makes me laugh. Because my friend's like, yo, man, you got these people eating out your hair. And I said, what you talking about? He says, you know the reaction before you say it. I says, of course I do. I know when I'm gonna start a fire.
Yeah.
I know it.
Right.
But I had planned on the start, because most of the time, that goes back to the role model commercial I made.
Right. Yes. Yes.
So when I made the commercial, I went to Nike and said, I want to make this commercial. I said, they're like, you out of your mind. I said, no. I said, what I'm noticing is we have too many segregated schools in this country. I said, when I go to these white schools, I said, what do y'all want to do when you grow up? They like, want to be doctors, lawyers, engineers, teachers. When I go to these black schools, they're like, I want to play in the NFL, I want to play in the NBA. And I was doing it.
And so Charles says this point. He says when he go to the white schools, they say they want to be this, they say they want to be that. When he goes to the black schools, they say they want to be this, they say they want to be that. I would challenge that. It's really not about white schools and black schools. It's about the culture. It's about the culture, because I guarantee you, if you go to a so-called white school that have black students, that is known, the school is known as a productive school, the answers would be different. If you go to a black school that is known to be productive, the answers would be different. So I'm sick and tired of all these race-based discussion, because to me, that's the last brain cell. It's not about that. It's really not about that. It's culture more than anything, because you have schools. We have in these in elementary schools these minds that we mold, these malleable minds, and schools will have Sexy Red come in and speak. Speak about fucking what? Why don't you have Dr. Ben Carson come in there and speak? And then we sit here and talk about it. We point fingers at the kids and we do all of this type of shit. No, culture. Our culture at this point right now is all messed up. It's all messed up. But then we point the finger and then we blame it on the kids, and then we do all this. Us adults, we need to do better. Quit pointing these fingers at these kids. But I think when you get to a certain age, you know right from wrong. You know you shouldn't be doing that shit. So at that point, yes, point the fingers at the kids.
That's when you do a lot of speaking when you're in plans. I was doing this for like 4 or 5 years, and I was like, yo, man, these black kids think they can only be successful through athletics and entertainment.
Yep.
They don't ever think about being doctors, lawyers, and engineers and shit like that.
Right.
So I talked Nike into doing the commercial, and it became a big deal.
You did.
Still probably the thing I'm most proud of to this day. I said, because I knew it was going to start a fire.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, guys, I'm not trying to skirt responsibility, but I want young black kids to know, like, yo, man, you don't have to play in the NFL or NBA. We got black doctors.
Right.
We got black lawyers. We got black engineers. Mm-hmm. But y'all got these kids thinking like all they see is Shannon, Michael, Carl, Chuck, David Rock.
And then he say that, and then even more than that today, you even have parents putting these rappers in front of their children. These rappers today, for the most part, they are saying some evil, demonic, degenerate type shit. I heard, Lord, nothing shocks me these days. But I heard Sexy Red say certain words, certain things that I was just like, okay, in the bedroom, if that's all good, we gonna do that, that's fine. But she said it. She said she's gonna eat this. She says she want this massage with a tongue. If I'm going to be PG, unfortunately I have to censor myself. I'm like, okay, that's great, that's fine. In the bedroom, in the confines of a intimate relationship, but you gonna come out here and say these things? Culture is what I'm telling you. The culture is fucked up, and the culture is leading the way that a lot of black kids are thinking these days. This shit ain't right. It's not right at all.
Robinson, the only black people they see are jocks and entertain. Jay-Z. I said, man, they got a better chance of being a doctor than a lawyer playing in it.
Jay-Z
Yes.
or LeBron.
Yes. And I said, I just want to spark the debate. And in fairness to Nike came back to me later and says, man, we want to thank you for making that commercial. I said, because 90% of the letters we got were pro.
That's not why Nike thanked you, because of the letters. The reason they thanked you is because of the revenue that Nike gained up there. Come on, man, stop. Be genuine. Don't be disingenuous. But anyway, let you continue on this nonsense that you're talking about, Chuck.
I said, well, first of all, I'm not worried about no negative publicity. I play in Philly. I said, I thought my name was Charles Barkley, you motherfucker, for like the first 2 years of my. I said, guys, I'm in Philly. I'm used to criticism, but I always have used my platform for a bigger debate.
Yeah,
I'm trying to make a difference. You know, one of the things I'm proud of you, and I don't talk about this a lot. I'm not trying to get praised because I keep it very quiet. So for the last 15 years, I've been given $1 million a year.
Let's stay for the record, because I always go off appearance, right? I go off appearance with women and anything like this. It might sound weird if I go off appearance of a man and comment on their appearance. These two dudes right here, for their age, and we're around the same age. I'm around the same. I think both of them are older than I am, but we're around the same age. These dudes look good. They look good from a physical standpoint, because one of the key factors is when you're looking at anybody is their skin. And Charles Barkley, he looked the same way he looked. He might have 1 or 2 more wrinkles, but hey, that's what happened. But he looked the same way he looked. I'm not gonna say when he was in Philadelphia. I'll say when he was in Phoenix at least. These two guys look good for the age. That means they've been taking care of themselves, and that should be applauded, because my thing is, if I'm going to sit up here and talk about the women's appearance, I'm going to get these guys props for their appearance. These New Balance, though, you know what? Even though New Balance is making some noise out here today for being comfortable, I don't know if I can get in a New Balance, but Shannon rocking these New Balance like I don't know what, and it looked like Chuck got on these, it looked like Vans at this point, and I ain't down on Vans. It looked like he comfortable. But these New Balance right here, bruh, you get you some Dunks or some, get back to the Air Max 1s that you've been wearing, Shannon, because I don't know if this is some type of promo or whatever, but hey, it is what it is.
Year away to charity.
Okay.
And I don't even tell anybody. I'm sharing this because I'm gonna tell you why I'm proud of you. So I started out in my high school, my college, Wounded Warriors, ALS, Parkinson's. But the last 8 years, the point I'm getting to, I did HBCUs.
Okay.
It means a great deal to me to be able to do that.
Right.
And you being a product. When I watch you and Stephen A, when y'all go back to y'all HBCUs, I just think it's really important what y'all do for the HBCUs, and it really makes me feel good when I write that check, because, you know, we got a couple of them here in Atlanta. I think 3 of them are here in Atlanta, Clark, Morehouse, and Spelman. But man, I just want to use my platform to keep doing good stuff. But, just being a product of HBCU, how far you came, I'm really proud of your success.
Appreciate it. And I think the thing is what that does is that you think about three of the most prominent morning voices, myself and Stephen A. Michael Strahan.
Yes.
With the HBCU.
Yeah.
He's a Texas Southern.
Yeah.
I'm Savannah State. Stephen A's Winston-Salem.
Yeah.
So it goes to show you, you don't have to go to Syracuse.
Yep.
You don't have to go to Michigan or one of these
Yep.
PWIs
Yep.
in order to do what we're doing
Yeah.
because we're living proof of that.
Yeah.
I think the thing also, that role model, for me, I was very, very fortunate because every role model I had was in my house.
Yeah.
My brother, my grandfather, my
Yeah.
grandmother. So I didn't look, athletes didn't, because I saw them every day.
That's the
Yeah.
key right there.
You see somebody jumping up and down on the basketball court or catching a football, you really don't know that person. You know what that person does.
Yeah.
I knew what they did. I mean, you know the sport they play. I saw my brother every day. I saw my grandfather, my grandmother. So
What Shannon says is very important, and it's true. It's his role models were in his household, is what he saw every day. 80% of black households do not have a father. Do not have. You can say a father, a uncle, a brother, any of that. Nothing is more important than having a father, because the father is the authority figure. The father is going to set structure. The father's going to do this. You can have an uncle. He has no vested interest or stake in that child in that household. So that's why the father is most important, because the father has a vested interest in everything. The brother, if he's a brother, he's an older brother, he's pretty much going to do, well, if there's no father involved, he's pretty much going to do whatever the mom said. So you look at the father aspect of it, there's no more important than that. And 80% of black households do not have a father. And we're looking at what's going on today. What's going on today is that 55% of murders are committed by black folks against black folks, while being 13% of the population, which I want to dispute that percentage. I think it's more than that, but when we're committing all these murders, 300-400 in Chicago, 400-500 in Baltimore, 600-700 in Los Angeles, and then on top of the abortion thing, it might be hard for me to dispute that number, but I really do think black folks are more than 13% of the population.
that's what I followed my brother around.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be just like him.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, if I could be like him. And my sister, it drove my sister crazy, Charles, because she was like, Shannon, be your own man. Why you want to be like him? But as I got older, and I remember telling, I said, everything I want to be is like him.
Yeah. Well, what's crazy about it, and you know this, and unless you've been in pro sports, you don't know this. Man, there's so many assholes in our sport. Like, all you gotta do is be nice to the press, and they're gonna write good stuff about you.
Yes.
I've been in this thing for 40 years, over 40 years. Some of the worst people I've ever met got the best reputations because they're great with the press. And some of the people who got the worst reputation are some of the best dudes in the world. And I said, and it's all dictated, if you're nice to reporters and they got access to you, they're gonna be right, oh, he is the greatest guy. And I tell people, I said, man, you don't know these guys at all.
Right.
And
Here's my thing. Why not just try to be nice to everybody? That's not hard. Try to be nice to everybody. If you go on that train of thinking, it actually will make a better you. It will make you feel better. Look, people piss me off, but I did a turn to go out of my way. So for instance, if someone holds the door for me when I'm going into whatever establishment, I overdo it. I don't say thank you. What I do is thank you to let them know I appreciate that. Go do more than what's necessary and just be nice. And I'm good with this. Let's just be nice to each other. But when it's time for the bullshit to be called out, oh, no. You best believe I'm not going to hesitate on calling that out. But when it's appropriate to be nice, I'm going overboard to be nice. Because I appreciate it. And I want to be nice. Because I looked at, there were situations to where it wasn't necessary for me to be, people would say mean, but I would say I was direct. And there's just situation for me, you know what? This is not needed at this time. And it just takes time. Once you get self-aware, you know what? You can be real 100% of the time, but sometimes, bruh, stop. This is not appropriate at this particular time. And it took some time for me to understand that. But no, when it comes to being nice, I'm going to go overboard to try to be nice.
Drives me crazy. I says, if you got it always, I says, that's the reason they want to keep everything in the locker room. Because you don't want to know what's going on. I said, yo, man, this dude got the best reputation. He's the worst person I've ever been around.
Want to join Club Shay Shay? Become an official member by hitting that subscribe button.